Hey, 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 welcome to today's chit chat. I have a lot that I want to chat with you about today. I have a lot that I want to share with you. Today's episode is going to be amazing. We're going to talk about, if you want to have a positive, healthy relationship with body and food, what do you need to do? And I'm going to share with you the counterintuitive thing that you need to do in order to have that healthy, positive relationship with your body. I have a lot of notes because I don't want to miss anything that we're going to talk about today. I think a lot of women think that they can have this ideal body that they desire, that they've pictured for themselves, and they can have a healthy relationship with body and food. It sounds very reasonable, and if you follow a lot of fitness influencers or people in the industry, you will see them promoting this possibility. You can have your dream body and you can also have this healthy relationship with body and food. And I'm here to tell you that actually you cannot have those two things together. You can actually not have this ideal body that you want if that body is below your genetic set point and lifestyle preferences and have a healthy relationship with body and food. And I'm going to break down really why this is, what you're experiencing, what you want to be experiencing, and really share with you some of the steps that you can take to start your healing journey. I've been on a year-long healing journey with my body and my relationship to food, and it's honestly been one of the best things that I've ever done for myself. So let's start at the root. Let's get to the root. When you are seeking weight loss, when you want to change your body, at the root, what are you experiencing? You are experiencing body dissatisfaction, right? We each have a body. We each have a vessel. I believe this is the temple of my soul, right? Like this is a physical vessel that allows me to be here on earth as a soul. And we each have a body. If you are alive, you have a body. And what happens is we start to look at our body, we compare our bodies to other bodies, we look at bodies we see in the media, we look at bodies we see in our personal life, we look at our friends, we look at our sisters, we look at our moms, we look at our coworkers, we look in the mirror, we look in the window when we're walking somewhere, and we start to ask ourselves, does my body measure up to the physical ideal that I see portrayed in society? Does my body match up with this thin ideal, this thin feminine ideal that I see everywhere? And pretty much everyone will say no, okay? You will say no. No, my body does not match up to this ideal that I see in the media because that ideal, quote unquote, is a fiction. It's manufactured. It's not real. It is airbrushed. It is surgically enhanced. It is achieved through disordered eating. I see women online promoting their clothing brands, promoting, their fitness brands. And I know that these women are actively dealing with eating disorders. I know it because they've told me, and I have friends who are friends with them, and their friends have told me, these women that you are seeing are actively dealing with eating disorders. Now, I'm not saying every single person you see, but I'm saying a lot of the women that you think are measuring up to the so-called thin ideal, and they're doing it in a healthy way, they have a healthy relationship with body and food, they don't. Okay? A lot of them are engaged in disordered eating or full-blown eating disorders. So you're dealing with body dissatisfaction. I assert that the thing that's actually under body dissatisfaction is life dissatisfaction. Write this down. Take some notes because I'm going to be dropping some gems for y'all today, okay? One of the things I discovered in my own healing journey was the body dissatisfaction was like a smoke screen for the bigger dissatisfactions in my life. In my life, I was actually really unhappy that I had not met a partner. I was 40. I was like, where is he? I want to be married. I want to be in love. I want to have a soulmate. And it was easier for me to focus on my body and being dissatisfied with my body and let that be a distraction than actually deal with the root cause of my life dissatisfaction. And I think so many women gravitate towards the body because, one, we're programmed and conditioned by society to become obsessed with our physical appearance, our physical shell. And then we use that as a way to distract ourselves from the bigger issues in our life, the bigger things that we're actually dissatisfied with. You know what's been so interesting for me working as a weight loss coach for 5 years before I transitioned into intuitive eating is so many women, when they came to work with me, were dealing with like very intense situations in their life. So women would come and work with me and want to lose weight and change their body when their dad had just died, when they were recovering from a divorce, when a close family member had died, when they were dealing with an engagement, which seems like a positive thing, but it's also a big stressor because there's a lot of uncertainty and changes coming down the pipeline for you. They would come to me post-baby. They would come to me actually when they were dealing with really intense life changes. Why? Why is this? Well, because dieting, which is any attempt to change your body, make it smaller through your eating or your exercise, that is dieting. Dieting provides a way to distract yourself. Distract yourself from emotional pain. Distract yourself from areas of your life that you're not satisfied with. So when I was going through my own healing journey, I had to start to confront, like, wow, I'm actually really dissatisfied in this area of my life. What am I going to do about it? Okay. Can you relate to this? So here's the challenge that I have for you. And the thing I want you to ask yourself is, what's actually going on beneath your body dissatisfaction? What's in your life that you're dissatisfied with beyond your body? What's down deep? What is it that you are feeling dissatisfied with and unhappy with in your life? Because I promise you that changing your body is not going to get you that deep satisfaction that you actually want. For me, I had to confront my own fear and anxiety around putting myself out there and dating. I had to deal with my own issues with like not being able to voice my needs and wants. I was like scared to voice my needs and wants. I did a lot of self-silencing and suppression. I had to deal with that I didn't honor my boundaries. I had to unpack and deal with all of these heavier emotional things that are a lot more uncomfortable to deal with than I'm going to eat more broccoli and like exercise more and try to lose some pounds, right? Like that is not deep emotional work. Does that make sense? And so it's easier to distract yourself with dieting, okay? So then what happens is like you're experiencing body dissatisfaction and you think the answer is changing your body because you're like, well, I'm dissatisfied with my body, so I must change it. So then you start seeking out some type of program, right? I've worked with a lot of these women because I thought also, oh yeah, you want to change your body. Yeah, let's change your body. That will be the thing that helps you. And you might try Weight Watchers. You might try Noom. You might try intermittent fasting, keto, paleo, macros. The list goes on and on. You might think like, I need a gut health coach. You might think that you need to start a workout program, etc., etc. So then what happens is you are trying these different approaches to change your body or lose weight. Then you try layering in exercise, right? You're like, okay, I'm going to join the gym. I'm going to do Orange Theory. I'm going to do Peloton. I'm going to do CrossFit. I'm going to take up running. And you're choosing these things not because you want to feel good from exercise. Like I love to exercise still. It's just the reason I'm doing it is different than it was before. Love to move my body, and exercise is an evidence-based intervention for improving health without weight loss. Just the act of exercising is good for your health, right? Doesn't matter if you lose weight or not. If you are just focusing on moving your body, it's going to improve your health, mental and physical, okay? But what's happening is you are trying to do things that aren't your natural inclination. You're trying to change the way that you naturally like to eat, your natural taste preferences. You're trying to change the portions that make you feel satisfied. You're trying to add in activity that you may not actually like. I remember like trying to force myself to run because I knew that if I ran, I would lose weight. Running is very catabolic, meaning it breaks down tissue, including muscle tissue, which is why runners typically are very slender. Like if you look at a long distance runner, it's also very hard for runners to build muscle if that's the thing that they're doing. So I thought, I just need to run more. The problem is I hate running. I hate it, okay? Like sometimes I enjoy like a 10-minute run, maybe. But like, I don't really enjoy running. It's hard on my joints. It's hard on my lungs. It's exhausting. Like, it's just not my thing. Give me yoga. Give me walking. Give me weightlifting. So what's going to happen is you can only stick with something so long that you don't actually enjoy. Like, you're going to stop doing it. You're going to lose your willpower. And then you're like, I have trouble with willpower. I need to find somebody who will give me motivation. I'm struggling with motivation. I'm struggling with accountability. I'm struggling with being consistent. No, you're struggling because you're trying to do things that are not your natural inclination and preference in life. You're trying to have a body that isn't consistent with your natural desires and your body blueprint. And you're trying to adhere to some societal ideal that you have been programmed or taught. Okay, is this making sense? This is why only 5% of people who lose weight keep it off long term, quote unquote. And long term is like 5 years. Okay, long term is not even 20 years. There's not enough research to even look at that. And if you look at the research that says, okay, what are the people doing that actually lost weight and kept it off? What are those 5% of people doing? Well, they're restricting certain foods, they're monitoring their foods, they're exercising a lot, they're monitoring their weight. Like, they're actually doing things that are not going to give you a healthy relationship with body and food. But they are doing these things in order to keep their weight suppressed below their genetic blueprint. Your weight will settle at what's called your set point, and your set point is your genetic blueprint plus your natural inclinations and lifestyle preferences. I don't drink alcohol anymore. I don't enjoy it. So I have a body that is my genetic blueprint plus my lifestyle preference of not drinking. Some of you like to drink. You want to have 4 drinks a week. You want to have 8 drinks a week some weeks. Well, you're going to have a body that's your genetic blueprint plus that alcohol habit that's going to give you the body that you have, okay? So it's important that you start to understand that it's not going to be helpful to you to try to change your body in a way that goes below your genetic set point plus your lifestyle preferences. If you want something sustainable, you have to understand and honor your natural preferences for food and drink and movement, okay? So then what happens is you're going to regain the weight, right? You're going to do the thing and then you're going to stop doing the thing and the weight's slowly going to creep back on. I have seen this over 5 years as a weight loss coach, both in my clients and then clients coming to me. So 2 things that happened. One is clients would come to me saying like, hey, I want to lose weight. I'd be like, great, like my program can help you do that, which it can. But the rub is, are you going to be able to keep it off, right? So then what happened is I would have clients do my program, lose the weight, and then like they started coming back to me like a year later, 2 years later, 3 years later, having regained the weight. Well, why was that happening? You know, in my head, I'm like, okay, did I not teach them something? No, that's not it. Okay, do they just not have willpower? Did they just like screw it up? No, that's not it. It's not the coach's fault and it's not the client's fault. It's dieting's fault, okay? It's trying to change your body and make it smaller that is the problem. And this is because of so many physiological adaptations to reducing calories in your body that happen. Remember, a diet is any form of trying to make your body smaller through exercise and or calorie or food change. That is a form of short-term starvation to your body, okay? So look, I get it though. I understand you want to feel good in your body. I want to feel good in my body. I want to feel confident. I want to look cute in clothes, right? I put on an outfit this morning and I was like feeling myself. I was like, I feel good in my skin today. I feel good in my clothes. I got some new clothes in the mail. I put those clothes on and I was like, I feel cute. I feel good. We want to feel good in our bodies. And I totally understand that you want that. You want to feel confident. You want to feel feminine. You want to feel sexy. So many women who come to me and tell me how they want to feel in their bodies, I hear strong, confident, energized, and sexy. Do you relate to one of those four things, or maybe all four of those things? I do. I want to feel all those things, right? Strong, confident, energized, and sexy. The problem is you think that losing weight and changing your body and making your body smaller is the thing that's going to give you access to that emotional experience in your body of feeling strong, confident, energized, and sexy. Okay? So you're convinced that, okay, I'm going to lose weight. I want to lose weight and keep it off. That's the holy grail. I've got to lose it and then figure out how to maintain it. And I heard that from women for 5 years. I want something sustainable. Okay? All right, something sustainable. Well, what's sustainable? Well, sustainable is eating in a way that honors your natural preferences and your lifestyle. Okay, that's what's sustainable. But what if that doesn't give you your perceived ideal body? What do you do then? Okay, you like to eat food. You enjoy eating. You're a foodie. You like to have freedom with food, especially socially, especially going out to eat. I went out to eat with friends last night. It was so fun. We got pizza. I shared a pizza with one of my friends. I had a blast. Like, I enjoyed great food and I was with friends. You want that too. You want to have freedom to just go out and eat and not have to worry about what you're eating. You want to go to the natural social functions of life, whether it's happy hours, networking events, parties, etc. So you're searching for and trying to find a coach and a program that's going to tell you and teach you that you can have it all, okay? And look, I wanted to be that coach too. I desperately wanted to be that coach. I was searching and trying to make my program be something so that it would give women that, oh, like you can have it all. You can have the body you want and the lifestyle. The problem is what started to happen long term, because I've been doing this for 5 years, is I started to see the long-term effects and consequences of trying to maintain a body below your genetic set point and like no forbidden foods and try to have this tension of like, oh, I can eat what I want and live the lifestyle I want and maintain this thin ideal that I have over here. I started to see that that was breaking down. And no matter what I did to try to make it balanced for my clients, it just wasn't working. Okay, you know it's not healthy to binge, restrict, cycle, weight cycle. You know that, but you're not sure how to break it. You know, you want to feel in control around food. You don't want to have loss of control eating. You don't want to eat the whole bag of chips in front of the TV. You don't want to eat the whole bag, the whole pan of brownies. You don't want to eat the whole pizza, okay? Like, you want to have control around food and feel good. You want to have a healthier relationship with food. You want to have a balanced lifestyle, but at the same time, you keep yearning for this different body. You keep yearning for your body to look different because you still have unhealed body dissatisfaction. So you're on this hamster wheel. You're on this hamster wheel of searching and searching and searching for this holy grail program, diet, thing that's going to finally heal your body dissatisfaction. Okay? And down deep, you want to feel happy. You want to feel confident. You want to feel strong. But you think you need to change your body to feel that way. Okay, you keep wanting something sustainable. You keep searching for this holy grail diet. You keep like, I need something sustainable. And like, look, the diet industry is using that language now. They know you don't want a diet. They know you're smarter than that. Okay, but the problem is what they're promoting is still a diet. They call it balance. They call it lifestyle. But it's still a diet because there's rules and restrictions and guidelines on what you can eat, how much, or how much you're working out, okay? Look, no, it just doesn't go together, okay? Having a healthy relationship with body and food and pursuing a body shape and size that is below your genetic blueprint and your natural lifestyle preferences do not go together. That is the big takeaway that I want you to get. If you get nothing else from listening to this today, I want you to get that those two things do not go together. And I hope that you would listen to me as someone who has been through this myself, who has a history of dieting, and who also coached women in dieting for 5 years. So when we know better, we do better. And that's what I'm trying to do right now in my business and in my life, okay? So let's talk about what sustainable eating actually is. Sustainable eating is eating according to your hunger signals, eating according to your fullness signals, right? It's eating according to your taste preferences. Look, I used to think I had to eat cruciferous veggies. Anybody else? All the broccoli and cauliflower and kale. Those veggies do not agree with my digestion. And I do not actually enjoy them that much. Every now and then I might like a piece of broccoli or something, but I thought I had to eat those veggies all the time because those are super healthy veggies. Okay, super high in fiber. Did you know that too much fiber is actually not great for your digestion and body? Okay, and it can really throw off your whole gut. Everyone thinks that, I just need to eat more of the healthy foods, the clean foods. And that can actually swing you in a negative, unhealthy direction in body and mind as well. Okay, so what's sustainable eating is eating according to your natural hunger, your fullness, and your taste preferences. It's moving your body in ways that work for your lifestyle and that you enjoy, all right? And your weight is going to settle at your blueprint, your set point. It's going to settle at your genetic blueprint. Your genetic blueprint may not look like the thin ideal. Guess what? My body, I carry more weight in my thighs and hips and booty when I am eating according to my hunger, fullness, and natural taste preferences. And I'm not ever going to have a size 2 silhouette, right? That's just not what's in store for me genetically. And I feel so much better accepting that and understanding like, hey, this is my body. Like, I don't want to spend any more of my life trying to change my body, y'all. I hit 40 and I was like, I'm done with this project. Next, right? Like, I got other things I'm interested in besides constantly trying to keep my body small, make it smaller, and reduce my cellulite. Who cares? Like, over it. It's easy when you're in your 20s to pursue this thin ideal and get attached to it. But as you get older, I think there's a wisdom that comes with realizing like it's just actually not that satisfying at a soul level, okay? I want you to understand that I understand how you're feeling if you're uncomfortable in your skin and you want to change your body because I've been there, okay? What I want you to take away from this video, this talk today, is to really understand that it's incompatible for you to have a healthy relationship with body and food and pursue the thin ideal. Look, if you want to go pursue the thin ideal, go for it. Like, there are many coaches who will help you do that. And I used to be one of those. I don't do it anymore. There are many coaches who will do that. You can find diets galore. Like, go for it. Run with it. But just don't also think that you're going to develop a healthy relationship with body and food through that. They are two separate goals. They are not compatible goals. And for you to have a healthy relationship with body and food, the first thing, the counterintuitive thing you need to do is you need to give up pursuing changing your body, and you need to give up pursuing the thin ideal or pursuing a body that is smaller than your genetic blueprint and your natural taste preferences. Okay? Does that make sense? If you want to actually feel good in your body, if you want to actually have a healthy relationship with food that will last you a lifetime, you have to heal the root of your body dissatisfaction, right? You want to change the fruit, you got to change the root. And so if you are not getting great results in the sense of having a healthy relationship with body and food, you got to step back. You got to be like, you know what? I'm done trying to change my body and pursue this. I'm going to press pause and take a break from trying to change my body, and I'm going to heal the root. And that's what I help you with. I help you heal the root of your body dissatisfaction. This work is about going deep, y'all. Okay? I've been doing this work for a year. A year. This isn't some quick fix situation. But I tell you, this work is profound. This has changed every aspect of my life to heal the root of body dissatisfaction, to improve my relationship to food. This is the thing that will actually give you access to feeling strong and confident and energized and sexy and feminine. These are the things that have actually made me feel this way, not making my body smaller. Okay? So you need to press pause on the physical and start working on the internal. The external is not the issue, y'all. It's the internal that's the issue for you. And it's that unhealed body dissatisfaction. Like, what were the micro traumas in your childhood? There were micro traumas either in your, or large traumas, but there were definitely micro traumas in your childhood and adolescence if you have unhealed body dissatisfaction, if you are unhappy with your body. Okay, you have to admit to yourself, like, it's never actually worked, right? Like, you've tried it, and it actually has not made you feel better. It's actually worsened your relationship with food and body. It's made you more obsessed with your body, more obsessed with food, more obsessed with your appearance. It has actually not healed the root cause of your chronic body dissatisfaction. Okay, I like to say that, it only makes sense to hunt for gold if there's actually treasure somewhere. And there's no treasure at the end of the dieting map, y'all. Okay? There is treasure at the end of healing the roots of your body dissatisfaction. And that's what I help you with. That is the beginning of your healing journey, and that's where you need to start. Okay? I hope today's chit chat was inspiring for you. I hope it was helpful. I'd love to hear what was most helpful for you, so feel free to send me a message. If this sounds like the kind of work that you want to do, or if you're curious if I can help you heal the roots of your body dissatisfaction, you can book a call to chat more with me and learn more via the link in my bio on Instagram. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I look forward to chatting with you again soon. Thank you so much for tuning in today's episode of the podcast. I hope you loved it. If you found it helpful, one little thing you can do is just rate the podcast and write me a review. Just tell me honestly what you love about the podcast, how it's helped you. I would really appreciate that. It helps me keep the podcast ad-free. We have been doing this podcast for over 4.5 years with no ads, and I would love to continue to deliver that type of content to you. So please rate and review the podcast, and I look forward to talking to you in our next episode.